Rob, the real estate guy, coming at you with some real estate news, and let's call it tips. I know, snooze fest, who cares? You know, if that's you, turn it off. All right, let's get started. They're going to talk about three things today. One is the market and where we're currently at with that election just being around the corner. Is it a good time for buyers? A good time for sellers? Second thing we're going to talk about is the color of the year. That's probably a little bit more exciting than the real estate market. Sherwin-Williams released their 2025 color of the year, and I'll share that with you. And then number three, we'll get into some interior design and how do we design those living rooms. And so without further ado, let's talk about the market. So we're going to break this into two things. One is the first-time home buyers, and then we're going to talk about a little bit the luxury market. And so the election is right around the corner. And I've read an article the other day that talked about the status of the market right before the election. And it essentially just summed it up to everybody's waiting. Everybody's on pause. From first-time home buyers, makes sense because, you know, we've got the candidates that are promising all these incentives for first-time home buyers and affordability. And so obviously these first-time home buyers are sitting in the waiting for who's going to get elected. And it's actually 25% of those first-time home buyers who have mentioned that they are going to be purchasing within a year have said they are waiting until the election. And now let's talk about the luxury market. So following the same theme, these people are waiting. There's actually, when we're talking about homes over $1.5 million, we're at 6.4 months of inventory. That is insane. That just tells us there is a whole lot of nothing going on. And so essentially what it comes down to as we approach the election is it is a very, very strong buyer's market. You want to get a deal on a home. Right now is actually the great time to buy if you're not worried about the election. People are getting great deals, under asking offers, getting contingencies in your favor. So smart buyers are taking advantage of this time. But for your seller, I would not be selling your house right now with the election and the uncertainty. So that's number one. That is about the market and where we're at with the election looming right around the corner. All right, now let's talk about number two, and that is color of the year 2025. So Benjamin Moore just came out with this. The color for next year, 2025, is cinnamon slate. They described it as a soft blend of plum and velvety brown. Whatever the heck that looks like. Just kidding. I got a picture for you right here of what that color is. So if you're looking for that unique, trendy accent wall or interior room wall, cinnamon slate is your color for 2025. All right, and then the third thing, lastly, we're going to talk about the golden rules of living room design. So there's three things here on how to make a living room work functionally as well as be appealing. First and foremost, mix and match. No longer are the days where we go to American Furniture Warehouse and we buy those big sectionals where it all look the same. Nowadays, they're actually suggesting to mix up the seating and pair different styles of colors of furniture together. Second tip is going to be arrange your furniture away from the wall. And let me actually put this up here for you. One, mix and match. Number two, stay away from the wall. Here's the thing about when you put furniture up against the wall, it makes the room look smaller. And by putting the furniture just a foot, it's not a lot, we're just talking about a foot. When you do that, your eye says, oh, there's something else beyond that. And now you're just thinking, okay, this room is big because there's more beyond that. And it adds depth. So just a little bit, a foot, can make it feel like a room is much bigger than it is. So get your furniture off that wall, just a foot, and just watch how much bigger that room is. And number three, let's talk about using a rug. They say to use a rug to frame your conversation area. You can either put the furniture all on the rug, But if it's a little bit smaller, they say to take the back legs off the rug and leave the front on the rug. And then lastly, focal point. Focal point. So they suggest creating a focal point with a piece of art in not the living area where, the TV would be. The TV would just be the focal point in the living area. But when you have a separate seating area for conversations, gathering, anything about TV, try to use like a nice piece of artwork. A lot of people use fireplaces. And you want to direct the furniture so that when people sit, their eyes are directed toward the focal point. So those are your golden rules of living room design for creating a cozy yet stylish space, according to the pros. And that's it. Rob, the real estate guy. I hope this was helpful in some way or aspect. If you have any questions or anything that we could possibly do for your real estate needs, you know how to reach us. Make it a great day.